What's up, everybody? I am your host, Joseph from Fictioning Flow. I got my boy Zack with me today.
What's up, y'all?
You may know us from Graphic Reviews. But today we're on my channel and we're going to talk about something really important and close to my heart.
Listen, we want to know, everyone wants to know, should you get your comic books graded? How much is it going to cost? Kearney did this. I want to know his experience. Tell us more about with the grading system.
So there's one real big grading company called CGC, right? And it's the comic grading company. And what do you basically do? You have a book. You say, I want to know how much it's going to be worth someday. I think it's going to hit off pretty good. And I want to make sure I preserve it so they keep that value. Right? So that CGC is one of the companies that you can do that with. Okay. So you send your books in. You got to fill out all this paperwork, like a little application. You send it in, you put insurance on it. Oh, cool. They grade it. They tell you like the value, how good a condition it is. They tell you how much it's worth, and they put it and seal it all up for you, and like get a little barcode. So if you ever
they're not going to steal it, right? They're not
no, they definitely won't steal it. Yeah, but if you ever want to like sell it, the barcode will let you know, it's been graded. What's the value currently when it was currently done, and then you can go up from there.
And you've actually done it. We're going to show an example. Yeah. How much did it cost? What was your experience like? How long did it take? Let us know.
So this one was a little different. And the reason I say this is because if you go to like a comic book convention, they're there. And you can take your book, like, hey, hand it to them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they're there, so you don't have to send it in. Like, you can just pay for the whole thing right there, and they'll take it.
Is that service, that's a free, not a free service, but that's when you get your ticket, you can just...
Yeah, you don't have to pay. So you just go to the booth. Like, here's my book I want to get signed. They tell you how much it is, and like, okay, how much it's going to cost to grade it. You give it to them, then boom, they take it with you there, and then they send it back to you. So here's another option. Some websites offer already graded books. Yeah. So you can just buy them graded. You don't have to send it in yourself. And that's what I did. So recently in a Daredevil comic, Daredevil was actually in jail. Yeah. He did something. He was like, you know what? I got to serve my time. I did something wrong.
He's a lawyer, though. He should get busted out of jail.
But he feel like I got to pay my time. I did something wrong. I am guilty of this. So Elektra took over. Oh, cool. And she's the new Daredevil. So this is actually a second printing that I'm going to show you. First printing's always worth more. Okay. So this is a second printing, but it's still graded. Here you go. This is my CGC graded Daredevil cover with Elektra as Daredevil on the cover. It's just a pretty dope cover.
Look at that 9.8.
I love it. So 9.8 is actually the highest grade you can get. Oh, I didn't know that. I've never seen a 10. That means the book is in pristine, perfect condition. But I think the only way you're going to get that if you get it directly from the printer and hot off the presses and don't touch it. Which who does that? Nobody. Nobody really. So the grade.
How easy was it? Like how to find it? When you went to the website? We'll link the website below in the description. But go ahead.
I got mine from Unknown Comic Shop. That's a little comic business that sells like variant covers and does all these things. They have CGCs already available. Okay. So the process to get it, to like pay for it and go through it was simple. Because I didn't have to do an application. They already had the book graded. You just pay for it and they send it to you. Now, the downside, the wait time. So, I ordered...
You want to flex on this, y'all. You want to show it.
Yeah, great. I ordered this book in December. What? That's when the book came out in the store. So, it's coming out. I can get a graded one. Great. Ordered in December. I just got this in, we're in October now, right? So I got this in September.
Man, what? Almost a full calendar year?
Yes. Too long. Now, part of it is because of COVID. They said the delays and the orders backed up.
Not no full year, y'all.
It still was too long. Like, I even tried to say, you know what? I just want my money back.
Do you mind sharing how much you paid for it?
So this graded book was $60.
Dude, so imagine let's just throw some big money out. Imagine you're paying like $1,200, $5,000.
Yeah,
you're gonna wait a full calendar year for that?
Yeah.
To even see your return on that?
So I think it's about the insurance. Like, you can get the insurance of what it's worth. Okay, so like if something happened, you can claim that off. So I think that part is good.
Can we kind of talk to your experience in the back end? Because Kearney's going to do more videos on Fictioning
Ink Flow.
I mean, you're going to go to different live events and get signatures. Can you tell us what happens when you don't get those graded or people don't see it? Like, you collect your signatures from Stanley. God bless. But, what happens with those signatures with the grading? Do you know?
Yeah, so I have a couple of books on. So, like, to really make your book the highest value, you have to get a witness that you have got the book signed by the professional.
Okay, talking about Jesus Christ?
No, but man, it almost feels like it. It almost feels like it because It's so crazy. So say, for example, I got a book signed by Stan Lee before.
Okay.
Right? So I had to wait in line 4 hours to get my book signed by Stan Lee. This was like one of his last visits. You know, he was getting up there like, I got to get this book signed. Yeah. So you have to not only wait that time period. There's no rush through the line. Yeah. But you have to pay the CGC people to say that they witnessed it. So,
per hour? Does that person stay per hour?
Not per hour. Okay. They will stay. They usually wait till you get closer to the line, so they're not going to be there all the time. Okay. Yeah, they give you a ticket. They give you a phone number. You call. Wow. Them. You call them in. So what they do is they stand there. They watch it get signed. They have a certificate of authenticity that they say I witnessed this signature, and they put it in, and that makes that grading officially even more valuable.
So if you don't have that, it's pretty much here. Like,
you can still be okay, but it's just like that's that 100% guarantee.
Okay. Do some of these grading systems take it though, and some of them not? Like maybe
so like
they say it's signed, but it's not certified, but we're like 80% sure.
And that's how it kind of gets you on the back end, because like I say, I got this book signed by such and such. Like, oh, okay, but it's not certified, so the value's going to drop. But there is another company. So CGC is not the only company. There's another one called CBCG.
CBCG.
I know all these acronyms.
We'll link it in alphabet soup, y'all. We'll link it in the description.
But they investigate and look at. They have like copies of previous real signatures.
Okay. Forensic activity, y'all.
Right. So they look at the signature to tell if it's actually a real one, and then they still give you a value.
Oh, cool.
So you have a little competition. You know what you want to do.
All right. So do you recommend? Well, basically, what do you recommend for the casual fan? Going here, getting a sign, waiting for people. Just to me personally, I'm a casual fan. I like the idea. Mind if I touch this?
Go right in.
I just like calling the shop up, picking this up, and just doing like it. It seems a little easier. Like what?
So I would say if you're looking for your first graded book, I would say just go ahead and buy it. That's already been graded. It's already been vetted. Yeah. You can get it because you can get it like this. You can get it signed sometimes. Okay. The price tag is going to be a little higher, but you can go ahead and buy it and not have to worry about that. But me being a huge comic fan, I enjoy going to the shows, getting
sweating
in the
crowd,
in that line, right, and then getting all these signatures. So we have a big comic convention here in Chicago called C2E2.
Oh, nice.
And usually that's when I go, because like when they announce like all the guests, what I do is I plan. I say, okay, I look at the name of the people. Smart. And I say, do I have any books that this person has written? Yeah. And then I grab whatever I can. Smart. And I take that stack and go to the convention.
You better follow that plan, y'all. It's a good plan.
Now, here's the thing. You have some people that say, hey, I'll sign your book for free. Even if they're big, they may say, I'm not going to charge you a fee. You can get maybe 1 or 2 books signed for free, then the rest they may charge.
Okay, wow.
You have some people big enough, they say, hey, I'm going to charge you off the spot. Wow. You just got to pay what you're going to pay, depending on how many books you want to get signed. So, of course, like I'll just share my experience with Stan Lee. When I went, his signature was, I think it was like $175 just for his signature.
Wait, for just one?
Just one signature on one thing.
Man, he's making that big money, y'all.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm thinking like, I had already planned for this. Yeah. So, there was a guy in front of me. He had these little, like, these old school Zippo lighters. But they all had, like, Marvel, like, they were Marvel-themed Zippo lighters. Okay. He had, like, 5 of them. So, he is paying $175 times 5. And there were some people...
That was quick math.
And there were some people that had, like, stacks of books. And I'm just like, you had to have been saving since last year. Yeah. Or you just rich to be able to just bring this stack to him to have him just sign off. Because I'm like, one was all I can do.
Crazy.
Because I want to do other things.
Do you mind sharing what comic book it was?
Yes. So I don't have it with me today. It's a Deadpool book.
Oh, nice.
It's called Deadpool Secret Wars. So it was like his own version. But it was special to me because it had a really interesting cover. Yeah. It's Deadpool and it's Stan Lee on the front of it. Oh. He's holding one of Deadpool's swords, and Deadpool's in the background. He's like, "Really, Stan? Like, it's my book. How you gonna do this?" So that book is very valuable, and that's the next book I want to get graded. Oh, nice. Only because I got Stan Lee to sign it. I got Greg Horn, who drew the cover, to sign it. Yeah. I got Colin Bunn, who wrote the book, to sign it. Yeah. And I got one of the co-creators of Deadpool, Rob Liefeld, to sign it.
Dang.
I went to a
dropping y'all.
I went to a different convention and got the other co-creator of Deadpool, which is Fabian Nietzsche, to sign it. Smart. So I got 5 signatures on that book, and they're all high valuable signatures.
Is there any way that you're going to do on Fictioning Flow, maybe a review of possibly your different favorite signings?
I will. In the upcoming video, I will do some of my favorite signed books. Because I'm telling you, the last time we had a convention, we were lucky. We got to have a convention here right before the pandemic hit hard. So we did have one in 2020. Smart. In January. I got to go. I got 45 books signed.
Dang.
So
hey,
different.
Let us know in the comments below. How many of you got signed? All of that. Yes. We want to know. Do you agree? Disagree with? Maybe this is your first time trying to get grading. Where can we follow you at again?
At Fiction Ink Flow on Instagram and on Facebook.
Don't forget to check out other videos on Fiction Ink Flow.
And like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Peace.